Hey folks, Jonathan here. Part 1 of 2 on this clutch on the rollback. I have not pulled this clutch out yet, the second bad one. I know that was the issue because I got up under it and looked in the inspection hole this time. But I want to show you a few things that we may have figured out what the issue is. It's one of two things, but I'm going to show you real quick and maybe you'll understand. Alright, this is my new clutch I got to put in it. Okay, this is not the same clutch as what I've been putting in it. It is a button clutch. I know a lot of people don't like them. I don't care for them either, but it is what it is. But this is an Eaton. This is a factory clutch that would have came in this truck from new. Okay, our issue is the reason that we're having breakage problems, and I didn't notice this. This is something that was noticed by the manufacturer of the other clutch, the one I pulled out. If you watch the video, you can see it pretty decent on the video, and just something I didn't think about. The center hub on the clutch has got a lot of wear on it, and you can see where it was rolled over, and you can actually see it on the video. The problem is in the video, if you look, the center hub don't look like it was heat treated like I'm sure you can see this one is. Flame hardened. It looked more like this, like a solid collar. Well, so we've got one or two problems. They're saying, well, your splines could be wore out, causing it. And that's a possibility. I may have a spline issue. Or it could be their issue in the fact that maybe they didn't harden the center of the clutch, or they didn't harden it good enough. And here is the center of the first clutch I've still got, and I don't know, it's set out in the weather so it's hard to see, but there's no flame hardening. Now they may have hardened the whole piece, but I don't see where this was hardened, and I'm going to show you the difference. Now the rivets don't look much different on this side. They are a little bit bigger on the heads here. Now diameter going through, I have no idea. But on the other side, the heads of the rivets, these heads are much bigger than what the heads were that were breaking off. Don't know if that's means that the rivets are bigger or not, but let me show you what I'm talking about. I don't know if I can get this. Let me set the camera, somehow set the camera where you can see this. Give me just a second. Okay, I have just happened to have an extra spline out of a transmission that had some issues with the transmission, but the splines are perfect. I measured them from back side to front side all the way through to make sure that they were good and tight, and as you can see, going in this clutch, they're just as tight as can be. There's no issues, no, it's not loose, it's not moving. But as we go into here, you'll be able to see. Let me hold this tight. Let me knock you down there. Hold this tight, and you can see that this moves everywhere. So it's absolutely, it's slamming is what it's doing right here, and they think that's what's causing it, and very well could be. But we got to get down to the reason that this thing is slamming and wearing the center of the clutch out. Now, is it a bad batch of clutches where they didn't harden this good enough? And if you look really close, you can see where it's rolled over. Or is it a problem with the spline in my transmission? So when we pull this thing out, which hopefully will be this coming weekend, we've had all this bad weather and stuff, so I haven't been able to do it, but we'll know for sure what the reasoning is. But I don't see, unless they harden this entire piece, I don't see any hardening like this one is. So we don't know for sure if it's an issue with my truck or an issue with their clutch. So we will figure it out. And get a little rusty. And I did see some fractures right here and here, but that probably happened, you know, afterwards, or maybe from movement this way. But definitely a lot of wear on these splines. This clutch was in for what, 6 months, 5-6 months. This other clutch that's in there was only in for 30 days or less. So, and I don't think I towed but 4 or 5 cars with it. So, but I think that's, we've broke it down to that being the issue. So we'll find out. And you know, I decided to go with a different manufacturer clutch, and I actually bought this from LKQ, and this was bought as a used clutch because when although it's new, if the box gets busted or if anything happens like that, they sell it as used. So this clutch was actually a lot cheaper, and clutch and pressure plate, of course. So we'll replace them both. We've already put a new flywheel on it, pilot bushing, and release bearing, so they should still be good. And we will recheck our pilot bearing, and we will check our splines really well. We can put this shaft in it, clean this shaft up and put it in if we need to. It's the right Spicer shaft. But you know, like I said, I don't mind it being my problem. I just want to know what the problem is, and you get tired of changing it after a while. So anyway, that's just the update on this and where we stand, and we will know something here really soon. All right, appreciate everybody watching. Bye.